Today is moving day. All right, so we're doing our chores before we get underway. Phil's working on filling up the fresh water and doing another flush on the black tank.
Yeah, you can never flush your black tank enough, trust me, especially in the heat.
Yeah.
We were driving up here, we were pretty full, almost full, and the heat and the sloshing around in there, woo!
Yeah, so we're gonna make sure it's super duper clean.
Yeah, I cleaned it really well when we got here. Probably flushed it about 5 times till I saw the water coming out clear for quite a few minutes. But I'm gonna flush it again, and I'm gonna add my little citrus packs to it, make it smell good.
We've spent the last 2 days here at a full hookup RV park in Johnson, Vermont, and we decided to go ahead and do full hookups for a couple reasons. One, we've been about, I think, 28 days without full hookups. We did have 7 of those days with partial hookups when we were at the Escapees Hangout. It was at a fairground, so we had electric and water, but we didn't have any sewer. And really, we wanted to give everything a good cleaning. We needed to do laundry, which was going to cost us about 20 bucks. It's also been pretty warm, so we've had to run the AC using our generator, so that costs us fuel. So if we're going to spend 20 bucks doing laundry, possibly use the generator for AC, we might as well pay for full hookups. Now, this campground was a little more expensive than what I usually like to spend. It was a total of $97 for 2 nights. Normally, I try to keep it under 40 bucks a night, but I prefer it being somewhere in the 20s. But we are in the Northeast. Prices are a little high. Campgrounds here are really gorgeous in the mountains, and right now they're at a premium. So, you know, all in all, it was actually cheaper to pay the extra money. Today we're getting ready to hit up a Boondockers Welcome, which we're pretty excited about. We haven't been able to use them in a while, but we found a perfect place. It's on a farm, and it will take up to 3 rigs. So, of course, Al and Angie are still with us, so we're going to go down and hang out with this Boondockers Welcome for 3 nights. Maybe get some work done, just relax a little bit. As you know, I'm still on the mend. So finding a state park around here, really, I didn't feel like doing that because I can't go hiking or enjoy it. So we're going to head down to the Boondockers Welcome, see how that goes, and maybe hang out there for a few days. We are wrapping up our stay here at this Boondockers Welcome. We are in Springfield, Vermont, and we've been here for 3 nights. It's been such a nice break from the busyness that we've been doing. So if you're not familiar with Boondockers Welcome, it is a great way to boondock. Now, there are some differences with Harvest Hosts and Boondockers Welcome. Harvest Hosts are businesses that allow you to stay overnight, where Boondockers Welcome is private property owned by people, usually RVers wanting to stay connected to the RV community, that allow you to stay overnight. It can be a curbside, driveway, or like here, just parked on their land. So another big thing with Boondockers Welcome is you can stay multiple nights. The homeowner decides how many nights they'll allow you to stay. And for this property, it was 3 nights. So we were able to catch up on some work, but in case you've missed it, we did check out a couple other Harvest Hosts, one at the base of Mount Washington and one in Boothbay, Maine. So check these out.
Wanna shake the ground, wanna break away, let loose. I'm tired of waiting, gotta make that move.
Yes, this is a steep climb. The average grade from this point up to the summit is about 25%. And what that means is that for every 100 feet we go that way, we go 25 feet that way. And there's a couple of points where it's much steeper than that, closer to 38%.
Do you wanna come along with me? Come along with me. Do you wanna? And we ain't got nothing, gotta do something, get it right. Gonna keep on running, grab the...
We finally reached the summit of Mount Washington, and this time there are no sprained ankles.
No hiking involved this time.
Nope, we came up via the Cog Railway.
Which was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I was super excited this morning when I woke up to take this ride to the summit.
Yeah, the summit is about 6,300 feet, and you take the diesel-powered Cog Railway up, and the max slope is 38% grade, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
It's difficult to stand at 38% grade.
Yeah, it was. The train conductor or I guess he was a conductor, the brakeman,
Brakeman.
had us try to stand straight, and we were all leaning forward like we had just hit a ski jump. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, even the seats in there are tilted
Yeah.
forward a little
So,
bit.
yeah.
So, but the views were phenomenal
Yeah.
coming up.
The
I mean, the
views-
trees, the clouds, the mountains.
The snow.
Yeah, there's a little bit of snow behind it. You can't see it now because the clouds have moved in, but we did see a few patches of snow over there. But 360 degrees.
Yep.
I mean, phenomenal views up here.
And one thing to know about the path we took, the train where the train was laid out, it was actually cut back in the 1800s before the Civil War. So it's the same path that's been there for 150 years that the train first started running.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just celebrated their 150-year celebration this past
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah, and luckily we missed that. or we probably wouldn't have made it up here.
No.
We probably couldn't have got
no.
a reservation,
Yeah.
I would
So,
assume.
but again, this is another Harvest Host stop,
Yep.
and you know we fancy the breweries and the wineries, but this is none of the above. It falls under a category all of its own, I guess. This would be a museum type
Well,
stop.
amusement.
Okay,
amusement, yeah.
Things to do.
But again, it's under the Harvest Host umbrella, and it's a truly phenomenal stop. Even the drive-in yesterday,
Oh, it
Was gorgeous.
even in the rain, was still
Because we're in
a
a
very
national
nice view.
forest.
Yeah.
We're in the national forest, and we're supposed to see 5 states up here, including Canada.
Yep. So if you're in New Hampshire, make sure you look it up. It is a great, great trip.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. Such a wonderful delight. Forgo, give up everything that I own. Yeah, I'd give it all up now just to be with you somehow. Unexpected love.
We're packing it up again. Last night we stayed at this amazing Harvest Host. It was an orchard, but it's more than just an orchard. It is a bakery and an ice cream shop, and it also has its own little store with all fresh produce and vegetables. It's very cool. There's even stuff here to do for the kids. There's playgrounds and little toys, and you can go on a hayride or even ride out and pick your own fruits and vegetables. So it is an amazing place to stay. Where to next? Another Harvest Host, of course.
Leaving this place, the sun's about to break. You're riding shotgun. The feeling we chase. I'm wide awake. Take me away now. 'Cause I won't go down the same old path again now. No, I've been running out of air, so let me catch my breath. Feeling I've got's making me crazy. If I'm having a good time, don't
All right,
you
so we made it here to
blame
Boothbay, Maine. We're at another craft brewery, which falls under the Harvest Host umbrella yet again.
And it is pretty awesome. It may even be one of my favorite ones.
I think so too.
They also have, aside from the parking spots that you use on a normal Harvest Host where you just pull up, use your own services, they also have a couple pull-through sites, and I think they're full service.
Yes.
For
Full
what,
hookups.
40,
Yeah, 40 bucks a night.
40 bucks a night here at this Harvest Host.
And
So
they
not
have,
bad.
They have cabins too. So if you have friends that want to meet you up here and rent a cabin, they have those as well.
Yeah, so another win under the Harvest Host.
Yep. So let's go explore Boothbay. We have had a great time exploring the New England area. As a matter of fact, I think we need to go again when we can stay longer.
Yeah, I'm all for that, for sure.
It was so much fun, but we managed to Harvest Host and Boondockers Welcome almost all throughout the New England area. We did have like one military stay and maybe
There were
one,
a couple parks.
Yeah, but not very much, so we stayed pretty cheap.
Yeah, and that's definitely helpful in the wallet.
Yeah, so we want to go again when we can stay longer, especially I can't even speak. Especially places like Acadia National Park and some other places.
Yeah, we definitely need to go and spend at least a week, if not more, at Acadia, for sure.
So we will be going back. If you have some places you feel like we must see, please drop them below. And of course, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for popping in, and make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Give us a thumbs up and hit the notification bell.
And we will see you
on the road.
Real exciting. That was stupid.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, everybody, that's Angela Conaway, and she's from Life
cut.
Beyond the Burbs. And sometimes you just have to wind her up, and she just goes. I think we only got 2 winds on it, and she petered right there at the end.
Okay, sorry.
All right, let's do that
Go
again.
again.
We finally reached the summit of Mount Washington.
Do
Let me
that
start that
again.
over.
Yeah,
I was like,
you're already doing
I was like, Mount Washington,
Okay.
White Mountain, where
I
am
know.
I at?
I keep wanting to.
Hopefully, I didn't know that I wanted to see this until I got up here. This is nice.
Okay, good. I closed it out and you're still talking.
She's still talking. We're supposed to end this.